In this first game, we have Armens BC versus Avan BC. Pat, welcome back to week 2. What do you see in this early matchup of the day?
Al, as usual, I'm always excited to be here. Armens now has Patrick Panusi on their squad, so this is going to be a little bit of a different game I think we're going to see here. They don't have Tade Kishishian as Warren makes a tough basket. Not having Tade or Nari Kapushian due to injury, it's going to be interesting to see how they move the ball around since they don't have a true playmaker. For Burbank, I'm really excited to see how they're going to do without Ako Kuluna, their big man inside.
Yeah, second week without him as we get started here with 9.5 right off the bat. Patrick with the rebound up to Warren. Attacks and he gets the contact, going to the line for 2. Now Warren, a transfer from last season from the champs Harazdan, a big difference maker for this group here today.
Oh, definitely. Warren is a two-way player. He plays defense. He can score. He's got a great mid-range game. But more importantly, he's a great guy. He gets his teammates just really pumped up. And that's a positive vibe you want on your squad.
First free throw up, short for Warren. Second one, no good. Cole with the rebound. Off to Cole for 3, and it's good. He might be one of the best shooters in this league. Good to see that one go.
Yeah, Austin's a sniper from out there. Even if you contest it, he's still going to make those tough shots. And he's a strong player too. He's able to create separation on that.
Arapetian bringing the ball up, guarded by Panosi. Off to Cole, gets a screen from Kirkanian, pulls up from 2, and it's good again. First 2 shots up and good for Cole. Hot start.
You know, I really do believe Austin has really been able to play his game through Manuel's offense, through Manuel's system.
Jemian with a nice crossover, can't get it to go. Up ahead to Ryan. Barserin with the right-handed layup, and it's good.
Strong take.
Great start for Avan here. Dump down to Todd, and Harut gets it to go.
You know, Alec, we always talk about Tade, Gabby, Warren. We really don't give that much credit to guys like Harut and his production for this team. He rebounds, plays defense, and he's a tough finisher.
Gets the free throw to go. Mike with the ball, guarded by Harut. Tries to do the swing through foul. No call. Warren with the rebound up ahead. And this is where Armens is very dangerous. Jemian for 3 from the corner. No good. Great box out there. That's one of the big keys. Fred having a major week last week on the offensive glass. Is that going to be something that Avan's focus is on?
Oh, no doubt about that. Warren had a 23 rebound, 22-point game. I don't think Manuel's going to allow that to happen this time. He's going to put a body on him.
Mike for 3, no good. Rebound Patrick Panosi. Up ahead to Jemian. And Gabby, as of now, hasn't been as aggressive as he was last week to start the game. Loses it there. Up ahead, Arapetian, excuse me. Warren from mid-range, and it's good. Avan running some double screen action from the top, and it's a great look inside. Can't get it to go for Hurag.
I like that set.
Patrick being aggressive, and there is that offensive rebounding power that Fred has with that size advantage. Avan very familiar with each other. Almost the whole team having played together outside of here gives them a little bit advantage on the offensive side. Arapetian fouled on that mid-range jump shot. If you're Patrick there, you want to contest. You're taller, have the length. Don't want to foul there.
Yeah, I think at that point he got a little too bit too close to him there. At that point, you got to keep a hand up. It's already a tough shot as it is. But Ali, going back to what you were saying with Burbank being able to play together, that is absolutely correct. Most of these guys play for Manuel and home at men's CPON. So they either play on his 1A team or his 2A or 3A team. So they're all familiar with each other.
Warren again gets it to go. Good action from Avan. Mike attacks. Arpetian getting stuck, giving it up. Warren up with the mid-range, no good. Haru with the offensive rebound. Good block out again from Avan. Cole trying to hit a third. Can't get it to go. Good pace here in the first 5 minutes of action. Barsarian for three, and he gets it to go.
I love Burbank's patience. They're taking their time. They're moving the ball, and the right guy shooting every time.
Fred from downtown, and he gets it to go. Showing off that range.
I haven't seen Fred shoot from that far. But he's got a good form. Might as well.
Austin for three, no good after coming off a great hot start, missing the last two now. And it seems like Armens is starting to pick it up. Aljemian attacks. Good defense again by Harag with his hands straight up. Off we go the other way. Barsarian attacks, and it's good. Ryan Barsarian again to the basket. He's one of the best attackers in this league when he wants to be aggressive. Warren following up his miss, and we have a timeout from Avan. In a great pace for the first 6 minutes of this game.
Burbank is doing a great job contesting. They're clogging the paint. They're not allowing anything easy. All of Armens' shots have been tough contested shots. If you're Burbank, if you can try to keep that up, play that gritty style of basketball, they'll stay in this game.
An early look at one of our player spotlights from the previous week. We have arguably the most important big man in the league, Fred Odiambo, who is, what else can you say, Pat? Length, smart player, everything that you want out of your big.
Anytime you have a 7-footer, that's already great. But having a 7-footer that actually understands the game, understands his role, and is able to play with a system and flourish in that system, that's a big plus.
Look, 23 points, 22 rebounds, and 3 blocks in his last game. He is the most important player, arguably, for Armens. As we cut back to this timeout, I just want to say one more thing about this matchup here. Avan is a very prideful team. Having lost their last week's matchup, they're coming in very aggressive, and I like seeing that. Armens, meanwhile, took them a few minutes to get going here, but I think they're back in it now. As we're headed back into play, Ali Karapetian brings the ball up. Up ahead to Rene Gonzalez, short on his first shot attempt. Patrick with the alley-oop over to Fred. Good look inside. And again, when you have a 7-footer near the paint, you got to look for him.
Oh, it definitely adds confidence to any player knowing that you have a 7-footer in there who can finish and a 7-footer that can help support you on that drive.
A lot of contact there. Cole puts it up and he makes it.
Man, that's tough. A lot of contact, still was able to buy the bucket.
Jemyon short. Seemed like there was a little bit of contact on that shot, but he couldn't get it to go.
Armens right now is forcing a lot of their shots and not being patient. You got to move the ball around. Burbank is doing exactly what they want. They're moving the ball. They're being patient. But Armens is getting a little frustrated. They have to take their time.
18-15 here with 3.5 left in the first quarter. Arapetin with the ball, guarded by Panosi again. And that size difference on that matchup is affecting Arapetin a little bit. Gonzalez up again, short. Rebounded by Sarkis Garoyan. Up ahead to Fred. And he slams it in. No contest from Arapetin there. It looks like Armen's size making a difference here in the last few minutes on the defensive end. We knew it would be a factor, but Avan has to fight through it now. Taking a lot of tough, long threes in the last few possessions. That's not the way that they got into it in the beginning of the game.
Jemyon being a little aggressive there, a little too aggressive. He has the size and the speed to keep up with Austin Cole, but if you're going to take reaches like that, you're putting yourself in a bad position.
Parserian back in the game, getting a screen. Shot clock winding down. Parserian attacks, no good. Nice move by Warren with that Euro step. You like to see it when players don't settle for a jump shot and attack the basket. Make the defender guard you.
There was no support in there. Ryan was by himself guarding him. You had to take it to him there. Smart move.
Mike bringing up the ball, gets another pick on the top of the key, off to Galaxy.
Nice
Gonzalez
pass.
with a nice cut, nice pass. And that's the type of action that you have to see if you're Avan.
Burbank is one of the few teams that runs a set offense, Alec.
22-17. Right about that, Pat. Into the game, Roman Davis in for Warren. And Roman, impressive week last week from him. Really played a great role for Armens.
Roman is another guy, Alec, who played on the championship team of Hollywood Horazdan. Now he's with Armens. I think a big factor is playing with Coach Vigen, a guy that he trains with.
And that's one of the key points for Armens. For those getting their first look at them, majority of these players have been trained and coached by Coach V, who is a very familiar person for these guys, which, again, both these teams, Manoa and Coach V, have the respect of their players, have the voice that they need as Ryan goes up with the left. And that, Pat, is very important in a league like this where you don't get much practice time with each other. Jemyon a little too aggressive there. Charge call as we have 40 seconds left in the first quarter here.
Armen's looking a little sloppy right now. Burbank is just taking advantage.
Again with the horns action from Avan. Off to Gonzalez. Gonzalez attacks to his left. Looks over to Galaxy. 8 on the shot clock. Gonzalez pulls up, and he finally gets it to go. Big shot there from Avan. With about 14 seconds left on the game clock, shot clock turned off. Armens looking to get the final shot of the quarter here. Panosi attacks, gets the foul call with 4.2 left. Going to the line for 2.
Panucci's struggling a little bit today, not able to buy easy buckets. And those are shots that he can easily make.
Panosi doesn't get the second to go. Harut with the rebound. Panosi again getting fouled, going up for 2. And that's where the size difference comes into play in this matchup here. Offensive rebounds very key in today. Free throw up and good by Patrick. 1.7 left. And it looks like the clock might have started a little early. We'll get it back into action again.
It looks like there's some chatter going on between Burbank and Armens.
.7 left here, enough for a catch, dribble, and shot. Austin with the ball. And that is the end of the first quarter. In a good paced game here, Armens have the lead heading into the second quarter. We'll be right back after these commercials and break.
Last year was an eye-opening experience working out for 5 teams. So you know your hard work is what got you those opportunities. And I always said I'll open the door for you, but you just got to do your part. You know. And
no, that's true. It's funny because he told me that when I signed with him. He's like, look, I'm gonna get you in front of these doors. I'm gonna get you in front of NBA doors, no doubt. But once you walk into that gym, you gotta perform. I can't perform for you.
We can't see the score from where we're sitting.
So you're changing the camera?
No, it's just where we're sitting.
You guys sitting?
Yeah, so we use this screen, but the screen we're having a little trouble. We'll figure it out. Hopefully.
Are you guys good to go or he's gonna connect?
I think we're...
And we're back here at Academy USA for our first game of the day, Armens versus Avan. It's been a good pace game so far, 23-22, Armens with the 1-point lead heading into the second quarter. Pat, what have you seen so far from Avan?
Avan's showing their strengths. They're taking their time with it. They're moving the ball. They're listening to Manuel, who in my opinion is one of the best coaches in this league. And they're making the right play every time. They're not forcing anything. Armens, on the other end, they're forcing it because they believe the high level of talent will compromise. That's not the case. You have to play smart basketball.
Very big point there, Pat. Pace is such a key in the style of your team's play. You got to stay within your own lane, follow your game plan, and at the end of the day, you got to make some open shots.
For Armens, they were so used to playing a fast-paced team. Last week they had to play against Glendale Argots, who is a very quick team. Burbank's not necessarily a fast team, but they are a very patient team.
Great action there from Avan. Just couldn't get the shot to go, and off we go the other way. Ajemian attacking to his left. Finally able to go by the defender there, and he gets it to go. Ajemian arguably the pillar on the offensive end for Armens. He's got to be there at all times for them. Barsarian pulls up, can't get it to go. Rebound by Fred. Up to Patrick Panosi. Ajemian again attacking. Off to Davis for three. No good. Cole pulls up, gets it to go.
If you're Armens, you can't allow him to have any easy shots. For him, that's too easy. Roman Davis getting a little too aggressive there. But that's something you want to see from a defender. You want to see him fight through those screens. You want to see him being a little aggressive.
Alik Arapetyan with the ball. Off to Ryan Barsarian into the post. Cole against Ajemian. A lot of contact, no call. Attack the other way. Panosi fouled on the ground. And that's one thing we've seen in this league for the first 2 weeks. The referees are allowing the players to play, and you just have to fight through the contact. You cannot put your head down. Into the game, Warren in for Fred. Ajemian right into Panosi. Good box out by Cole. Off to Arapetyan.
These are good looks. Patrick a little upset with himself, but you have to keep taking that shot.
Great action there by Avan. Just couldn't get it to go. If you're Cole, that's a great shot. Eight minutes left here. Avan trail by 2.
That was a nice move by Roman Davis.
Quick shot there by Avan. Rebound by Patrick Panosi off to Warren. Good defense by Ryan. Stopping the ball, and it causes a traveling violation. Avan very good on the fast break transition. Haven't allowed many fast break chances here.
Like we talked about, Alec, they're clogging the paint. They're not letting anything easy come. If they're going to have those kind of those kind of shots, you want to be tough.
Cole again in the high post, dribbles it down all the way in. Bank shot is good over Warren. Cole, one of the most offensively talented players that this league has. He can pretty much do it all, Pat.
Oh, no doubt about it, Al. He's a big guy at the end of the day. Nice
and
shot by
Gabby gets a 3 to go on the other end. Something that he's been working on a lot.
If he can add that to his arsenal, he'll be a threat for sure.
Off ahead to Roman. Couldn't control the. Brings it down off to Patrick. Great little pull up on the side of the backboard there by Patrick. Great move.
See, that's what I want to see more from Armens. I don't want to see them settle for those jump shots. Take it in. If you're a bigger team, you have to attack.
High pick and roll. Alik off to Harag. $10 left on the shot clock as Mike comes back into the game for Avan. Haven't really seen him be aggressive, and there it is. As I say that, Mike attacks, getting the foul call.
The benefit of Mike's game is he doesn't need to necessarily put up 20-plus points to make a difference in this game. He's very patient. He runs a great system with Manuel, and he gets his guys involved.
Like we mentioned earlier, Avan have one of the most offensively talented players in Austin Cole, dropping 18 points in his last game against Hrazdan with 13 rebounds, 6 assists. We know he can light it up at any given time, and we look again for him to be the guy they go through today. Jimian bringing the ball up inside to Roman Davis. Roman with that left-handed hook shot, no good. Rebound up ahead. Kenyon bringing the ball up. Looking inside. A little sloppy here from Avan, but they get the foul call. A little bit of a bailout from Armens. They're playing great defense for the first 13 seconds of the shot clock. Shot clock resets to 14 on the foul. Inside to Gonzalez, attacking. Mike pulling up again, and he gets it to go from 3.
A lot of contact there, but no foul.
Referees allowing the players to fight through that. If you're a guy like a Jemian who is very aggressive, you have to keep fighting through it.
Dump off to Roman Davis inside, looking to work. Nice follow. And another foul call on Roman Davis. Looks like another sub coming in.
Looks like Austin Cole getting his first break of the game. Well deserved, but you can't keep him out for much longer. 34-31, Armens up early in the second quarter. Excuse me, midway through the second quarter with about 5 left. Arpetian attacking against the taller Roman Davis. A lot of contact once again, but no call. Warren attacking the other way. Ryan Barseghian stopping him there. And he's going to go to the line to shoot 2. Menwa not happy with the amount of contact on the other end. No good again on the free throw. Armens missing a lot of free throws here early. You wonder if that's going to come back at some point in the game to haunt them.
You have to be able to knock these down. If you're getting fouled, there's a lot of contact. Being able to capitalize on these free throws is very important.
Warren getting the second one to go. Just under 5 left here. Arapetian bringing the ball down, guarded by Suran, just entered into the game. Attacks. Dishes it off to Harag. Little handoff to Ryan. Barseghian with the ball, guarded by Fred. Pulls up over the 7-footer, no good. Warren with the long 3, no good. As Avan let it go out of bounds. Armens looking to attack at any chance they can get. But when Avan steps in their straight line to the basket, we've seen a lot of good things happen for them.
It's like what you talked about, Alec. When you have a bigger team, you have a size advantage. You want to score in the paint.
Arapetian with the first 3 of the game for him. You know he can shoot it, but when you have a taller man guarding him, he's a little more hesitant. Now with Suren guarding him, I can see him becoming more aggressive. A lot of
Warren
contact.
got away with the push off there. They didn't call it.
Arapetian once again guarded by Suren. Being aggressive now as he pulls up and makes his second consecutive shot of the game. Bit of a mismatch there. If you're Avan, you want to look at that. A lot of contact there once again. No call. Panosi from deep. NBA range, Pat.
That's a tough shot. We know he's been working on his game, trying to extend his range, and that time he's showing it off.
We spoke to Patrick right before the game. Transferring from one school to another in between, so giving him a chance to focus on coming to this league and showing what he can do.
That is such a tough thing to do, trying to be able to find a program that works for you, find a team that works for you. For all these guys that they're trying to find a squad to play in, we wish them the best of luck.
One of the toughest things for any player is finding a system that fits you. Once you can find that, you just got to be you. Inside to Fred, off to Patrick. Too many steps. Good call there. The pace is picking up once again, and you know, when you can hear both teams talking, you know they're getting into it. Galaxy from deep, no good. Fred leaking out, doesn't give him a chance to rebound that pass as a Barsarian misses the layup.
Good
We
defense
have the
by
big
Panucci.
man. How often do you see a 7-footer bringing the ball up?
I personally like to see the 7-footer or my bigs in general try to outlet that ball, push the ball. At this point, Burbank was able to give a foul, but they stopped momentum and it slowed the game down even more.
2.5 left here in the second quarter. Armens up by 4, 40-36. Great feed inside by Suren, seeing the mismatch inside, but couldn't get it to go. And over the back call. Fred picking up the foul there after missing what should have been an easy layup.
You know, Al, I don't mind that dump off pass to Odiambo, but if you're Suren, you're wide open. You have to take that shot. You're not going to get too many chances in this game. Wide open look.
Cole to the free throw line. Can't get it to go. Seen a lot of missed free throws here early on. As we look ahead to the schedule for today, again, great start here in the action, followed by Academy USA and Artsakh making their season debut. And our last game of the day, Aragods versus Arabuni. A lot of good action here, which we'll get into in just a bit. Cole gets the second one to go. Again, in any league, if you don't put that ball down, it's going to be a travel call. Up ahead right away from Avan. Hurag attacking, gets it to go, and the foul. Avan wasting no time taking that ball out of bounds and pushing it up, something you would see from Armens. And now Avan pushing the pace.
I'm loving what I'm seeing from Burbank Avan right now, Al. They're in complete control of this game. They're doing an excellent job taking care of that ball, and each player is making an impact.
No good on the free throw. Jemian pushing it up. Great job by Avan stopping him on the break once again. Cole guarding Fred. Great box out there by Cole. Up ahead to Arapetian. Just under 2 minutes left here in the second quarter. again with the same call that they've been calling on both sides. So you like to see the consistency there from the referees.
You have to be able to put that ball down first before you move your foot. A lot of these guys, they have to start getting used to this European style with the European rules, and that's a big call. A lot of people make that mistake.
Great hustle on the rebound by Avan. Up ahead, Arapetian once again guarded by Ajemian. Off to Cole, no good. And you hear the Avan bench yelling basket on every fast break. What they're doing is making sure someone sits in the paint and doesn't give up an early layup.
Another bucket for Warren.
Really important here for both teams to end the half on a good note. 1 minute left. No good from Cole. Warren pushing the ball up. All the way to the basket, and he's stopped, but a foul is called. Good contest there by Herog. But we have Warren headed to the free throw line for 2.
That was a tough take by Warren, but it was a smart foul by Herog. I'm sure he was going for the block, but you don't want to give anything easy to these guys. You want to contest everything, make him earn it on the line.
Both teams really exhausted here, playing as hard as I've seen any two teams play so far in the first 4 games of this season opener.
Oh, definitely, Alec. Both teams are very competitive. They want to make a name for themselves. They want to showcase their talents here.
Warren getting both free throws to go. Timeout here by Avan. 44-39 with that second free throw going in by Warren. And just like that, it's become a 5-point game. Really important here for Avan to get a basket, possibly go 2 for 1.
You know Burbank's going to want to be patient on this time. They're going to use up the clock. They're going to make sure they get the right shot every time. But I want to talk about the production we're seeing from Warren right now. He's doing everything for Armens right now. He's keeping them in the game. But his leadership, Alec, his leadership on the court, telling guys, take the shot, be confident. That's something you don't find in a lot of these guys, having that positive mindset throughout the whole game, no matter what's going on.
Once again, for everyone watching at home, all games for the AABA League will be played at Academy USA. Come down, say hi, watch the games live in action. We'll be here every week. As we look ahead to the fall schedule, Pat, a lot of good games coming up. We have games every Saturday from now until October 22nd. Up until our semifinal, which would take place on Friday, October 22nd, and finally the final on Saturday, October 29th. Back into action here as Mike brings up the ball, guarded by Gabby. Full court, a little too aggressive there.
If you're Ajemian there, I wouldn't see the point of pressuring the guy all the way from full court.
You're sending Mike Kirkayan, to the free throw line, who is, not to put the commentator's jinx on him, but almost cash money from the free throw line.
Mike is another player, Alec. He has plenty of basketball experience. He's played the game at a high level. He's used to all kind of pressure. Now, I'm not saying Gabby is not a great defender by any means, but Mike knows how to handle it.
Gets both to go. as Patrick enters the game here, giving Armens a chance now to go 2 for 1 on the other side. Jamian bringing the ball down. Inside to Warren. And he gets fouled once again. Warren headed to the free throw line where he's been quite a few number of times today, Pat.
He's so good at using his body. He's able to shift around, and the defender does not want to give anything easy, Sal. So what choice do they have but to foul him?
First free throw up, and it's good for Warren. Second one up, and it's good. Avan with another chance here to go 2 for 1 if they push the ball up. Jamian with the full court extension of his defense once again. Arapetian guarded by Jamian. Over to Barserian. Ryan with the ball, guarded by the 7-foot Fred. 7 left on the shot clock. Inside to Cole, and he gets it to go. 12 seconds left in the half. Warren bringing the ball down, sees the clock, realizes it, brings it out. 5 seconds left. Guarded by Arapetian. Pulls up from deep, and he gets it to go. What a shot there to end the first half by Warren.
What a first half performance we're seeing from Warren. He is making a difference in this game, Alec.
Tough three. Heading us into the half with Armens up 49-43. Don't go anywhere, guys. This is a good one. We'll be back right after this halftime.
I mean, what's important for this upcoming season is just Gary being consistent and getting a chance to show what he can do and be on the court, and all this hard work to pay off from where he started last year and kind of just keep evolving to where it's going. As we talk about, G, it's about getting 1% better every day. I think that's what you need to just focus on.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Last year was an eye-opening experience working out for 5 teams. So your hard work is what got you those opportunities. And I always said I'll open the door for you, but you just got to do your part. And
No, that's true. It's funny because he told me that when I signed with him. He's like, look, I'm gonna get you in front of these doors. I'm gonna get you in front of NBA doors, no doubt. But once you walk into that gym, you gotta perform. I can't perform for you.
last year was an eye-opening experience working out for 5 teams. So you know your hard work is what got you those opportunities. And I always said I'll open a door for you, but you just got to do your part. You know. And
No, that's true. It's funny because he told me that when I signed with him. He's like, look, he's like, I'm gonna get you in front of these doors. I'm gonna get you in front of NBA doors, no doubt. But once you walk into that gym, you gotta perform. I can't perform for you.
I mean, what's important for this upcoming season is just Gary being consistent and getting a chance to show what he can do and be on the court, and all this hard work to pay off from where he started last year and kind of just keep evolving to where it's going. As we talk about, G, it's about getting 1% better every day. I think that's what we need to just focus on.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the second half of our first matchup of the day, Avan versus Armens. We've had a great one here for you guys watching at home. Armens started off hot, but Avan stuck in, and it's a 6-point game starting in the third quarter. Pat, what did you see in that first quarter of action?
For Armens, Warren Halliger's performance has been outstanding. He's single-handedly keeping them in the game, not only with his scoring, but his mindset. Like what I talked about, Alec, having a good, positive mindset, encouraging your teammates, that's really important. For Burbank Avan, Austin Cole's performance has also been very astounding. They're getting him involved. They're doing their part. They're being patient. Second half, I would like to see these two maintain this pace.
Barserian attacks, rebounded by Fred, up to Jemian. Gabby looking inside to Fred. Nice move there by the 7-footer. Armens up 51-43. As we get a pick and roll action up top, off to Harag. Passes it to Cole, pull up mid-range, no good. Fred with that rebound, up ahead to Jemian.
Alec, I'm starting to see that Armin is trying to increase the tempo of the game. They're trying to push the pace, which is one of their biggest advantages. They're a younger team. They have size, they have speed, they have to utilize it.
As Warren gets the up and under to go, continuing his hot first half, he's one of those players that has an endless motor. Barserian checking his feet, still stays on the line. That'll be a 2. Once again, the AABA League following European basketball guidelines. So that 3-point line is something that most people need to get used to.
Nice
Great look
find.
inside. Can't get it to go.
You know, Alec, I was anticipating that pass coming earlier, but I like Mike's hesitation and get him just a second later. You know, Alec, with the absence of Alco Kuluna, I want to really give a shout out to the performance we're seeing from Hurok today. He's putting in a lot of effort. He's playing great defense, rebounding, and he's finishing it when they give it to him.
Second one up and good. Panosi looking inside once again to Fred. Fred being a little more aggressive to start this half. Gets the foul call on Cole.
Points in the paint is crucial for Armens. Getting Odiambo a few touches here and there, it spaces the floor for everybody else. Because once he scores inside, then he'll be able to find the other guys once Burbank starts sending some help.
Inside to Fred once again. No good. Avan pushing it up ahead. Arpetian guarded by Panosi. Screen up top. Arpetian attacking. 7 on the shot clock as Mike gets the ball. Mike attacking now. A lot of contact. Foul on the floor. Shot clock resets to 14. Avan taking it out. And it looks like a lot of chatter here, starting up once again. Warren attacks on the other end, can't get it to go. Hurog with the mean rebound. Into the game, Roman Davis for Fred Odiambo. And for Avan, into the game, Rene Gonzalez. A lot of action here in the second half so far, but in a more physical way rather than in the first half, which was a little more finesse. Gonzalez, first shot of the half for him, no good. He's got a quick trigger. As Patrick Panosi off to the other end, inside to Roman Davis, gets it to go with that left-handed layup.
You know, Alec, it's starting to get noticeable that these guys are not that comfortable with the FIBA range 3. They're so used to playing high school because in home and men leagues where they play with a high school line. This time it's a little further. It's a little more difficult.
Good move there by Patrick with the pump fake, up and under, gets the foul call as he goes to the free throw line. Let's take a look at our early league standings, as most of the teams, besides Artsakh, got their first game in last week. But looking ahead, Pat, we're going to be seeing a lot of teams that we predicted in the beginning of the season to be the powerhouse teams, seeing each other early on, as Arabuni, Armens, and Harazdan all won their first game, looking to get that win number 2 today.
Oh, absolutely, Alec. These teams are all. It's a different league. There's a lot of teams that made a lot of adjustments. They went at its size. There's speed. There's a lot more professional basketball experience with most of these teams. So it's going to be very interesting to see what's going to happen moving forward.
Warren guarded
defense.
by Alik. Roman with the mid-range. Gets it to go. We've seen him improve on that shot this season. Putting in the work really shows off. Harapetian attacking, dishing it off to Barserian in the corner, and he gets it to go. 58-50 here in the third quarter of action. Patrick Panosi guarded by Barserian. Attacks on the right. Up, no good. Follows, and he gets it to go. Patrick showing off that strength. Kenyon with the 3 ball. And we have a timeout by Avan after hitting that shot. They cut it down to 7 points, 60-53. And both sides getting a little loud now, as you would expect from two competitive teams, Pat.
Al, one thing I'm noticing from Burbank is their composure. This is a physical game, and they're able to stick to the plan. They're able to do their part. Armens, on the other hand, since the team is a little bit more younger, there is that sense of they want to get payback. So if they want to hit and bump and grind, they want to hit you back. Burbank seems a little more restrained in that regard. If you're Armens, you have to maintain your composure. You have the lead. You're up 7. Moving forward, the teams are going to only get more and more physical. You have to get used to it. It's part of the game.
Once again, for those watching at home, let's take a look at our schedule for today. In our second game, right after this one at 2:30, we have Academy USA, who didn't get the result they were looking for last week, obviously, trying to come back against Artsakh, who is making their season debut, like we mentioned. Artsakh had a few changes in the offseason. Looking forward to see how they gel. Followed by our last game of the day with the youngest team of the league, Aragats, versus one of the newest teams, actually the newest team of the league, Arabuni. 5:15 left here in the third quarter as Warren attacks. Spin move, no good. Followed by Roman with that length. Tips it in with the left.
We're all getting a break, but you're missing that rebounding presence inside.
Cole from mid, short. Gets it right back with the left hand, no good. And Armens being very physical with Cole. We've seen it on 2 or 3 possessions. And the foul on the other end by Cole. Might have been out of frustration. Sends Patrick Panosi to the line to shoot 2.
I'm liking what I'm seeing from Patrick Panosi this second half. He's taking more of initiative. He's being aggressive. He's gone to the line a couple of times already, Al.
Gets the first to go. Second one up, and it's good. Kenyon attacks, off to Cole. Top of the key, layup, gets the contact, going to the line for 2. Cole being one of the biggest threats from outside, using that to draw the defender in and attacking all the way to the basket there. Once again, Cole being our player spotlight for Avan. Had an amazing game last week. Came up just short, looking to turn that around this week. Putting up 18 against the former champs, Harazdan. Cole getting the second one to go.
Nice find to Panusi.
No
Can't
good.
get it to
Rebound
go.
by Gonzalez. High pick and roll from Cole. Kirkanian for three. No good. Just a little long there. Up ahead. Warren attacking. A lot of contact there. As Roman Davis jams it on the other side. Timeout. Avan.
Royan looking for that foul. I thought Roman Davis pushed him down there, but the refs aren't going to give him that.
And the game getting a little bit out of reach for Avan now. They have to make sure heading out of this timeout to get a basket. 66-55 here with 3:43 left. I'm looking for Avan to come out, draw up a play for either Kirkanian or Cole. Try and get back to single digits. If you're Armens, you want to put your foot on the pedal, keep the game distant. Don't let them come back in.
Exactly, Alec. The last thing you want if you're Burbank is for Armens to put a stranglehold on this lead. I definitely agree with you. I think the ball has to go to Austin Cole in this possession. He missed the last few shots. Gotta get him going.
Once again, let's take a look at our early 2022 season league standings. Like we mentioned, Arabuni, Armens, and Harazdan picking up the first one of the season last week. Meanwhile, Academy, Aragats, and Avan looking to get their first win of the season today, along with Artsakh making their season debut.
I'm really excited to see what Artsakh has on their squad this year. Like you said, Alec, they've been through some changes, but it'll be really interesting.
Back into action here. Avan bringing the ball up, down by 11. Pick and roll action for Cole. Goes up. Again, a lot of contact, but no call. Something that is hurting Avan. As Warren attacks on the other end.
Nice strong take by Warren.
Got to be the player of the game so far for Armens. Cole pulling up from long range. No good. Rebound by Galaxy. Right back to Cole. Attacks against Harut. Gets the basket. And is headed to the free throw line to pick up the three-point play.
Cole definitely needed that bucket there. He missed the last couple shots. It's got to feel good to go in.
You know one thing from Avan, they will not give up, being coached by one of the toughest coaches here in the league, Menoir Aboulian. He will not let them stop playing.
I have a lot of respect for Manuel and his system and what he's able to get from his players. He's, like you said, Alec, he motivates his guys. He encourages them to play system-oriented basketball. But he also gives them that freedom.
Flare action for Cole. Pulls up from mid-range. No good. As Warren Elliger attacks, dishes off to Panosi for three. No good. Rebound by Arapetian. A lineup for Avan without Barsarian and Kirkanian. Missing a little bit of three-point range right now as Gonzalez attacks with the contact. Gets it to go.
Oh, a nice move by Gonzalez. But that reach is unnecessary. If you're Suran, you've done your part. You're playing good defense. Just got to keep the hand up there.
Barsarian back into the game. Cole taking a breather. Gonzalez at the free throw line trying to make it a 7-point game. No good, but he follows it up with his own rebound. Barsarian from deep. No good. Rebound, Roman Davis. Takes it up himself. Off to Warren. A little out of control. And way to put his body in there. Arapetian taking the charge.
That was smart defense from Alec over there. Set his feet at the right time, anticipated where he was going, and got the call. And it looks like there's a wet spot over there.
Once again, looking ahead to the games following this, Pat, I want to talk a little bit about Academy USA and the young team that they have coming up right after this one. Talked to a few of their players following that disappointing loss, and I'm expecting them to come out with a little bit more focus. They were missing their coach, Salko Balyan, last week, who we expect, hopefully, to be here today joining them.
As we talked about last week, Alex, Salko is a very smart coach, and he was a smart player. So, it looks like
as Roman Davis gets a taunting technical foul there after that emphatic dunk. He said he doesn't mind. He'll take it. Not so sure you want to give easy points right back to Avan.
You know, Alec, I understand that emotion he's feeling. Sometimes getting a technical foul, it stirs up your team, it stirs up your guys, it gets them going, gets them fired up. Herog, obviously a very physical player, and you expect these kind of things to happen.
2 shots on the technical here. Ryan missing the first. And he misses the second. 2 points at a timely part in the game.
Those are rare 2 misses in a row for Ryan.
And the referees going to the bench to see if Avan retained the ball on that technical. And they do. Could have been a 4-point possession there. Arpetian into Ryan Barserian, up and under with the contact, no foul, but he gets it to go.
That was a nice move, a makeup for those 2 misses.
Really under composure when he gets in the paint. As Warren brings it on the other side and he gets fouled up top.
Alec, if you ask me, Ryan is one of the most composed players I've seen. He puts in a lot of time, a lot of effort in training his mind, obviously through meditation, through various exercises, and it's paying off for him in the game.
High pick and roll action from Davis, Ellinger. As Roman Davis starting to get a little more aggressive. Gets the foul call, will go to the line to shoot 2. And we haven't seen much action from Fred in this second half, Pat. I think Armens found something here, but you expect to see Fred, who was our player spotlight for Armens from last week, come back in at some point. Maybe he's needing a breather here. 23 points and 22 rebounds last week against Aragots.
You know, Alec, the players trust each other and the coaches trust each other. So I do believe this might be one of those situations that Coach V wants to give Roman Davis a little bit more playing time, get his confidence going. But, you know, if you're Odiambo, you want to see your teammate flourish. You want to see him to do well because you're going to need him if you want to go on a championship run.
Jemian taking the ball back the other way. Off to Panosi for a deep 3. No good. Rebound Avan. 38 seconds left here in the third quarter. High pick and roll. Arpetian attacking. 10 left on the shot clock here. As he gets it back, Arpetian looking to make a move with a deep 3. In and out. But another offensive rebound for Avan as it goes in for Barserian, making it a 3-point game. And just like that, Avan are right back in it. as we have a timeout from Armens.
That was a big, big bucket by Ryan, but even a bigger rebound by Rene Gonzalez, Alec.
Big possession there as we look once again ahead to our schedule of the day. Wow, what a good start here, Pat.
Al, this has been such an entertaining game. Both teams are playing their hearts out, but you gotta give credit to where it's due. Role players, supporting cast, they're doing the dirty work. They're rebounding, playing defense. They're doing their job. But you know, Alec, we talked about Odiambo not being in the game. I think now would be a good point to try to bring him in. I think you do need his size in there to try and make an impact. You don't want this lead to slip from your hands.
8.5 seconds left here in the third quarter as Armens look to get one final shot to extend their lead into the fourth. Jemian into Panosi, guarded by Barcelian, full court. 5 seconds left. Good defense there by Barcelian. Avan thought it wasn't tipped, but it will go back to Armens with 4.2 seconds left here as Galaxy comes into the game for Arapetian, adding a little more size. And no good. A lot of contact once again there. And just like that, Avan heading into the fourth quarter, only down by 3. Woo, what a game, guys.
You know, Alec, from the way the quarter started, I didn't think this was going to happen, but gotta give a lot of props.
All right, folks, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
I mean, what's important for this upcoming season is just Gary being consistent and getting a chance to show what he can do and be on the court, and all this hard work to pay off from where he started last year and kind of just keep evolving to where it's going. As we talk about, G, it's about getting 1% better every day. I think that's what we need to just focus on.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Welcome back to the fourth quarter of what is an exciting game for those of you just joining in the first matchup of the day between Avan and Armens. Armens were up big, Pat. Double digits at one point, but Avan, never giving up, is back within 3 as Barcelian pulls up for the first shot of the fourth, can't get it to go. Jemian, hope to see him be a little more aggressive to end this game. Fred getting away with a little bit of a walk there. Can't get it to go. Out of bounds, going to Avan. The tempo has definitely changed in the favor of Avan here in the last couple of minutes. A team that's looking to go through their motion, get a little bit of movement in, whereas Armens a little more fast-paced.
After all that, Ryan was still able to get it in. Or get it up, excuse me.
Jemian attacking. Good contest by Hurog, but the foul is called, and Aljemian will head to the line for 2.
You gotta like the contest there from Avan. But you have to be careful. You don't want to bump the body. You just want to go straight up. But, you know, with a player like Gabby, it's almost impossible not to get some kind of contact when he's that high up in the air.
Aljemian can't get the first to go. Second one up, and it's good. 69-65. Armens up by 4. Flare action by Avan, giving Barseghian a nice drive to the lane, kicking it out. The 3 is good, and whoo, what a pass there. Great shot by Cole.
Oh, that was what a shot by Cole. Like you said, like it was a great pass by Ryan, but you gotta look at the screen, you gotta look at the set. That was a design play to get Cole open.
A lot of flare action from Avan, followed by pick and rolls. No one stays stagnant, and you need that against a team like Armens, who have a lot of athletic defenders. As Cole heads to the free throw line, trying to make it a tie game after we once had Armens up by double digits. And he can't get it to go, but Hurog giving Avan the lead. 69-70, Avan up by 1 with just under 8.5 left here in the fourth as Warren attacks the other way. Can't get it to go, and just like that, Avan with so much life in them as they go the other way, and Avan up by 3 as Cole hits that layup.
I feel like the air had just been sucked out of Armens. They're taking four shots, tough shots.
Tough 3 by Cole, and he gets another one to go. Timeout, Armens, in what has been a stunning turnaround to go up by 12 points and now down by 6, an 18-point turnaround, Pat.
Just what a performance from Cole we're seeing. In a span of 2 minutes, I would say, he's had about 8-9 points, Alec.
There is a reason why Austin Cole is our player spotlight for Avan. He can do it all. This man can shoot. He can drive. He never gives up on plays. He's an all-around player that you love to have on your team. Cal Lutheran had a good one, Pat.
Oh, definitely, Alec, definitely. But more importantly, Burbank, Avan trusts him. They trust him to keep taking that shot. He has confidence with himself. And more importantly, being able to set up plays for him to get touches. You have to do that for your best player. You can't just expect your best player just to find his rhythm. Sometimes you have to help him.
One thing that I love preaching as a coach and, you know, even as a player, you love it when you don't have to force any shots and everyone on the team knows the role that you play. And Avan knows just that when it comes to Cole. Out of the timeout, really important here for Armens to just get back on track as they're down by 6. Flare action for Fred, pulling up for 3. Might not be his strength. A lot of contact there. No call as Armens getting back on defense. A lot of contact there, and he gets the call, sending Warren to the free throw line. Might not be a foul that Avan is too disappointed with. Warren as great of a player and attacker as he is, has missed a few free throws here today, looking to hit these two and just cut it back. Whew, to a 4-point game, Pat. I don't know what to say. I'm pretty shocked with the way Avan came out in the last few minutes.
I'm very surprised, too, especially when you're missing arguably your best player in Ako Kuluna. They've put on an outstanding performance. They're showing what a true team is. Armens, in my opinion, this last half, they have not been taking good quality shots. They're not going back to their strengths. You are at your best when you score inside. And they've kind of shied away from that.
Back to a 4-point game. Avan 75-71. As Jemyon with a big steal. Panosi for three. Gets the friendly roll.
That was a big bucket. Armens needed that.
Just like that. 74-75. Avan up by one now. As Barserian with the take against the 7-footer.
What a battle we're seeing here, Alec. What a battle.
A lot of contact off of that pick and roll as Warren up and under gets the foul call on Barserian. Game has really heightened up in intensity here. With still almost 6.5 left, it does feel like we're down to the very last few possessions, but man, what a good one here to start off the day.
No doubt about it, Alec. There's still plenty of time left. This is anyone's game.
Austin Cole with the ball, guarded by Panosi. Off to Barserian, who's guarded by Suren. A lot of contact there. Barserian trying to shoot over the taller defender, doesn't get it to go. And off we go the other way. As Jemyon is guarded by Cole, inside to Fred. And that is almost impossible to guard. Fred getting the basket to go, and just like that, Armens back up by one.
See, that's what I want to see more of. I don't want to see him settle for those jump shots. Even though he can knock him down, his bread and butter is scoring inside.
No good by Cole with the left hand, off the other way. Jemyon not being his aggressive self that we saw in week one as he dishes it off inside. He's a type of a player, Pat, speaking of Jemyon, that you hope to see the aggressor making the first move on the possession. Haven't seen that much from him tonight.
That's due to not having that many points in transition, Alec. He's the type of player where he thrives off scoring after playing great defense and getting transition. Now Burbank is making them play the half-court game. They're making them play a little bit more of a slower-paced game, and I don't think he likes doing that.
And as we say that, Gabby Jemyon at the free throw line, looking to extend the lead again, back to 3. After once being up by 12 points, Armens find themselves in a close one against Avan. And he gets the first to go. No good on the second, but Fred with that length gets the second rebound. Inside, back to Fred. Up and good. And just like that, we were talking about Fred being a factor in this fourth quarter, and he's done just that.
Definitely, Alec. He has had 6 easy points since he's come back into this game, and they've been all big buckets. It looks like they missed that call over there. It looked like Austin Cole got fouled over there. They didn't call it.
A lot of contact on the shot. Couldn't get it to go. And once again inside to Fred. Suren pulling up and hits a big time three. Doesn't take many shots, follows his role, but that one right there, big one. Back inside to Cole, guarded by Panosi. Gets the contact, going to the line to shoot two.
You know, Alec, I don't see Coach V get upset that often, but it definitely looked like he was upset with that call. Didn't think Cole got touched.
Four minutes, 22 seconds left here in the fourth, as Armens are up by 7 with Cole for Avan headed to the free throw line, trying to cut it back to 5. If you're Avan here in this last 4 minutes and change, really important to get stops on the other end and hit your free throws, hit your threes on the other side. Try and make it back. Cole gets the second one to go. 84-79. Armens up as Ajemian with a little more flair to his step, attacking. A lot of contact as he gets it stolen. 3-on-1 the other way as Alec pulls up from 3 and he gets it to go on a 3-on-1. Not something you teach, but hey, it's a new style of basketball, Pat.
Alec, I was just about to say that. 3-on-2, you settle for a 3. I'll be honest, in my mind, I'm thinking, what are you doing? But, you know,
Hey,
in these kind of game scenarios, and the game's changed. The 3 ball is more important now than ever.
5 left on the shot clock. Warren trying to make a move. A lot of contact, and Avan steals it once again. Oh, but did he have possession? Should be only 2 left on the shot clock here. Didn't look like Arapetian had possession of the ball as he was trying to save it.
That was a good hustle from him, but yeah, just not enough space on the court, even though this is a pretty big court.
Shot clock should be only set to about 2 seconds. Oh, as we have a shot clock violation actually being called. Good call by the referee, going to the bench, making sure that the rules in this FIBA-style game is the same as they are used to. Again, the referees have to adjust too. It's not just the players.
You know, Al, I was going to say, these guys are doing a great job officiating the game. They've been very fair with their calls. People are going to complain, there's no doubt about that, but it's been a very fair game looking from our perspective.
Good action by Avan. Shot fake by Barselian. Can't get it to go. And a good rebound by Ajemian, who is fouled and is headed to the other side to shoot 2. Just over 3 minutes left as Ajemian hits the first free throw, making it 85-82 Armens.
Al, hard to believe there's going to be 2 more games coming after this. This has already been such a big game. Watching 2 more of these, it's going to be a lot of fun.
It is. Here at Academy USA, 86-82. Armens up by 4. Just under 3 left to play. A lot of contact inside. Harak can't get it to go.
I thought he had the first attempt. He should have gone up with that one.
Anytime you're being guarded by a taller defender, you start questioning your decisions a little bit more. And we have a jump ball. Possession arrow pointed to Armens.
These are one of the rules that changed from last year, Alec. Before, they would have a jump ball on the free throw line. This year, they changed it to possessions. I think it helps with the pacing of the game.
.14 left on the shot clock. Warren guarded by Arapetian.
I gotta say, Alec.
And he's
Alec
holding the ball.
Alec Arapetian has done a great job defensively. He's been all over the place. He's got good hands. Mike, too.
And a
Ooh.
tough break for Avan as the ball was stolen right as the shot clock expired.
That's
Great
a tough
defense.
call. That's a tough call to make as a ref. Do you let them just go with it, or you make that call?
But Avan get the ball back as they look to cut it down to 1 or 2 points here. Barserian getting the high pick and roll action. Off to Cole for 3. No good. Tough shot. As we approach 2 minutes left here in our first game of the day.
That's smart.
Armens starting to slow down the game.
Very smart. Take your time with it. Use up the clock.
Warren guarded by Alik again. Kicks it to the corner. Aljemian with a huge three-pointer there.
That's
making it a
big
7-point game.
Big bucket by Aljemian. Not known for shooting from out there, but again, he's been working on that, and it paid off.
A lot of contact.
A lot of contact. I don't know about this call, Alec.
Wow.
Aljemian was all over him. I don't know.
A lot
about
of
this
contact
one.
there. And Avan, after all that, picking up the foul. Coach Benoit not happy at all with that. Calls a timeout here with 1.5 minutes left to play. That might have been the possession that ends this game.
You know,
89.
Alec,
Yeah,
from this angle, Gabby just looked. Yeah, they were both going for the ball. I understand. But it looked like Gabby was kind of more on Ryan's end. So having that call being called on Ryan, I don't understand that.
89-82 left here to play in our first game of the day at Academy USA. Folks, look ahead to our fall season. Games every Saturday from now until October 22nd as we head into the semifinal game, which will take place on Friday, October 28th, and finally our final matchup, Saturday, October 29th. Looking ahead. Don't go anywhere, folks. After this one, we still have 2 primetime games left. As we have 1:29 left here to play with Aljemian headed to the free throw line, looking to make it a 11-point game. Excuse me, to make it a 9-point game. It's a 7-point game. Still manageable, Pat. Still manageable, even though it's a 3-possession game. If you're Avan, you still have a lot of time. And now the chatter has just continued as we have a technical foul being called on Ryan Barserian. Not something that you want to do in a 7-point game, giving them a chance to hit 2 free throws here. A lot of talk going on here. Benoit does have a point. If you're going to be calling a technical foul on his players for profanity, you got to hear out the other players on the court. But, you know, it's that old adage, Pat. It's always the second guy that gets caught.
Yeah, you know, it's funny. We were coaching earlier today, and we told that to our players. There was a situation that it was exactly like this one. I understand from Manuel's perspective, you want to defend your players, but both Ryan and Manuel, you have to maintain your composure. Like you said, Alec, it was a 7-point game, minute and a half to go. You still had a chance. Seems to be some confusion here.
Coach V coming all the way onto the court. There's a little bit of miscommunication here. We had a technical foul call, but after that, I'm not really sure why there's much confusion. Warren going to the line to shoot the 2 free throws after that foul call, and Armens will retain the ball afterwards. And all of this has happened with no time going off the clock for about the last minute or two of real action, Pat.
You know, Alec, one thing I'm noticing from in this season, these players are talking a little bit more than usual. I'm not sure if maybe that's just from my perspective. Maybe it's the level of competitiveness. It's just bound to happen.
Avan looking to get a stop after, which was a really bad minute of play for them.
The good hands from Arapetian.
As he pulls up from long range, can't get it to go. And that might have been it. If you're Avan, down by 11 with just over a minute left here to play.
I'm still hearing a lot of chatter. At some point, you gotta knock this off.
As we hit the minute mark, Armens up 93-82 as Patrick Panosi hitting the dagger of the game, making it a 15-point game. Panosi, such a big piece to this Armens team, coming back to play in his first game of the season.
I like what I'm seeing from Warren. Just be patient. Calm your guys down. Gabby won that ball there, but use up the clock. Maybe take the violation.
As Warren attacks with Avan stopping to play defense. It's always a gray line there, Pat, with the shot clock winding down, taking the shot clock violation or shooting the ball. But nonetheless, after which was a very, very exciting game for about 38 minutes of action, Armens win this one 99-82. Avan fall to 0-2 in the league as Armens go to 2-0. We had a great one here, folks. Don't go anywhere. We will be signing off, heading over to our second stream of the day, in which, another great game headed over, Pat. We'll see you in just a bit, folks.